Hi, my name is Brent Csutoras. I'm here with Search Engine Journal, and I'm joined today by Annie Cushing from Annielytics, right? That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You have been involved in analytics as long as I can remember. I mean, one of the go-to people when it comes to discussing analytics, and I think that everybody would agree that we all love analytics, but none of us really know how to use it. And I mean, we know how to say we have views, we have a couple basic things, but really the power of analytics is a little bit beyond our reach as average everyday users. Being somebody who's been so involved with it, worked with so many different clients, so many different projects, what do you think are some of the things we should focus on as regular users looking to utilize analytics and really understand the value of what we're looking at?
Yeah, so I think, as a starting point, if there's just one report that I think blows away every other report in Google Analytics, so I'll just start with that, is definitely the channels report. So Google gave us the channels report back in, I think it was 2013, and it was a way of cleaning up the mediums, and they kind of took a pooper scooper to the mediums and pulled everything together. So it's under acquisition, all traffic channels, and that report, hands down, if you look at nothing else, is, I believe, the best report in Google Analytics, because then you can drill down from there and stuff.
What's the difference between the mediums and channels, though?
So what Google did was it took the mediums and it said, okay, if you tag UTM_medium as social or social media, then we're going to put it in this bucket that we call social.
Okay.
If you use these tags, we're going to put it in this bucket that we call display. But people really mess up campaign tagging. So when I do an analytics audit, I'll frequently see 40 mediums, 60 mediums. One time I saw a site, it was a large site, but they literally had thousands of mediums because they didn't know how to do campaign tagging. And so the channels report it's kind of like the difference between having everything scattered throughout your garage and then going in and organizing everything and having similar tools together. That's kind of what the channels report
And you were
gave
saying
us.
the channels allows you to dig a little deeper into each individual channel and...
Yeah. So when you go into the channels report, depending on which channel you click on, you actually drill down to different options. So if you click on the organic channel, you're going to drill down to keyword, which is useless. I always immediately switch it to landing page because who wants to see not provided? But if you click on the social channel, instead of drilling down to source or source medium, which are really useless, it takes you to the social network dimension. So it pulls together all of your Facebook, all of your Twitter, all of your, so depending on what you select, you're going to have different drill down options.
Because it's not like analytics is completely new to me, but I always go to source medium and I never go to channel, and now I will, right? So it's really nice to be able to find that, because it does get confusing because it's more, I think the medium's more visible, right? It's the first thing you kind of see right there.
Right, and I'm actually planning on writing a blog post on this, because one of the other things I really don't like about the source medium report is that it doesn't separate out non-social and social referrals.
Okay.
So all social and non-social referrals get grouped into referrals. If you go into the referrals report, it's social and non-social. But if you go in through the channels report, it separates out social and non-social, which is how it should be.
That's important, because what you're talking about with social and non-social is maybe where somebody shares something on Twitter, but then somebody sends it through a different medium, or they use it in a different way, so it's not actually coming from Twitter, or?
Well, it's more your social referrals. Most organizations want to analyze their social separately from joesixpack.com sending traffic to you, know, and so the referrals report clumps them all together, which is, then for Facebook alone, that can be separated out into 4 different line items, because you have facebook.com, m.facebook.com, l.facebook.com, lm.facebook.com. But generally, people will see facebook.com and they're like, oh, this is our Facebook traffic, not realizing it's only a fraction of
Yeah,
it.
and that's one of the things I've always had to go and add them all together, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
exactly.
is great.
Whereas the social, if you drill down on social and you get to that social network, you don't have to do that.
Exactly. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be really useful. And I mean, you do a lot of writing, you have a lot of things. Where can people find you online to continue to learn more things like this?
Yeah, so Annielytics.com. It started as a joke on Twitter and became a brand. So it's just Annie and then LYTICS.com.
And then you're Annie Cushing or Annielytics on social.
Annie Cushing on Twitter.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
So,
Thank you for joining me. It's really
yeah,
great.
thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Brent Csutoras. I'm here with Search Engine Journal. I'm joined today by Gary Yesh, Chief of Sunshine and Happiness at Google.
That's correct.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
There's been a lot of discussion, I don't know, a lot of discussion, but there's been some decent discussion recent about Penguin.
I never heard about penguins.
No.
I know.
They've been running around here chasing you, so. Becoming more of a part of the everyday algorithm, the live algorithm.
Yeah.
And
Today's summit is the 3 takeaways
Yes.
structure.
Yes.
I'm leaving with way more.
I also like the single session format for conferences.
I agreed to be a speaker here because I think above all else, the quality of people who attend the meeting, there's something to be said about the fact that you can't just, hey, come. It's by invitation only.
What I've really liked about the speakers is that it's been very well-rounded.